You know, I've been covering this stuff with the whales, the beluga whales and Mystic. I can't believe it's 7 years. This started when Mystic took 5 whales from marine land in Canada. This is back in 2019, and Dr. Naomi Rose with the Animal Welfare Institute said, don't take them if you want to help them. Go to Canada. They're not going to survive the trip. Well, sure enough, Mystic took them. They took 5 of them. 3 of them died. 3 of them died, the beluga whales, beautiful creatures. By the way, the beluga roams the Arctic Ocean. It doesn't live in a tank in Connecticut or anywhere else. Anyway, at the time, I had the people from Mystic on the radio, and we were going back and forth with them. This is Tracy Romano speaking from Mystic back then. Let's roll a little bit of this. We'll set the scene. Dr. Rose, who was a PhD, this is her area, an orca specialist, Animal Welfare Institute in Washington. She says you can do it other ways. And that you're importing them. The Russians are in on selling the whales. Canada, you're telling Canada it's for research purposes, that you really want to sell tickets down there.
Oh, no.
Now, she's a PhD, too. So go ahead. Is she wrong on everything?
So she has her opinions, but I am a scientist. I've been in the field for over 30 years studying beluga whales, and I've been up to the Arctic every summer. And I've seen the rapid changes that are happening up there, and they're impacting belugas, they're impacting walrus, polar bears, and even the people that live there. And it's just happening so rapidly that we need to do all we can now. So we're not in a situation like we've been with the vaquita. The vaquita are vanishing. We're going to lose the North Atlantic right whale. So Mystic Aquarium is really ahead of the game here and doing all we can to learn as much as we can aggressively about belugas so we prevent their extinction.
Yeah, it's always about research. It's always about the work we're doing. You're never going to convince them otherwise, by the way. The whales roam the Arctic Ocean. They don't live in tanks. They're not born in captivity like Nunavik, the new arrival. Nunavik was born in Chicago, moved to Georgia, moved to SeaWorld, moved back to Georgia, and then about 2 weeks ago, they moved them up to Mystic. Okay, we happen to have video of Nunavik's arrival, and let me bring in a reporter. Joe Wojtas covered this for the Day in New London, the newspaper down there. Joe, you happened to stumble upon the arrival. How far did you get in trying to cover this on the cover of Night?
Well, I was driving home from work, Gene, and I go by the aquarium every night, so I stopped. Because it was all lit up with police cruisers and a giant crane. And I got out and tried and talked to a police officer, a local police officer I know, who told me where I could stand and not be in any way, and tried to then start filming some of it from about 250 feet away and taking some photos. And that's when 3 state police officers from Connecticut started shining flashlights into my eyes and in my camera, so I couldn't take any video or any photographs of the actual transfer when they were lifting the whale out of the tank. Yeah,
we've got video of that. By the way, Mystic has a great PR arm. They love when they release the seals. They invite reporters. They love to talk about the story as long as they're telling the story. You tried to cover the arrival of Nunavik on the cover of Night, and they didn't want to talk to you. And the troopers shined a flashlight in your eyes to keep you from doing your job, which is a separate story. Have you spoken to the state police about that?
I have. They've actually, I just got an email this morning. They've launched an internal investigation into what happened. But I tried to talk to them. They were supposed to get back to me for a column I was writing, and they didn't get back to me at all. It was 10 days later after I first asked about this. And then yesterday morning after my column was printed, I got a couple of phone calls from some of the top state police officials in Connecticut about it that wanted to talk about what happened.
You're the managing editor for the Day newspaper, which covers the Southeastern Connecticut, Norwich, and all the way up to New London and Groton and that area. So you're driving, and you see a lot of commotion at Mystic. There was no press release, no notification this was happening. Clearly, they wanted to have this happen on the cover of Night because they didn't want to attract protesters, animal rights activists who might be against this. I understand that. You understand that. But a reporter doing his job is a little different. You're not an activist, right?
No. And I said to the public relations person at the scene, I said, you could have just called us and we would have come over and we would have covered it and like we always do, and printed our story and put it online. But they're very gun shy about the publicity about these things because of the protests in the past.
Well, also because they took 5 of them from marine land. They lost 3 of them. Now they took Nunavik up from Georgia to make room, by the way, in Georgia for a Canadian one coming down. It's very traumatic. That nobody disputes that. The move is traumatic, so you can see what they're doing. By the way, listen, those belugas, I don't know if they still have, pet the melon, get in the tank with it. I don't know if they do that anymore. All right, just got about 30 seconds. Take the last word. Is there a follow-up here?
Oh, there's a follow-up. I'm still, still kind of looking into what happened, who told the troopers, why did they do what they did. I actually have a couple phone calls out today. And if any good, Connecticut State Police don't have a great relationship with the media in the state.
Yep.
And I'm hoping to use this as a way, they've agreed to sit down with their top officials as a way to improve our relationship with the state police. So maybe something good will come out of it.
Well, you keep me up to date. By the way, you also told me Mystic might be a little outsized with their influence along that coast. Joe, thanks. I'll let you go.
All right, Gene. Thank you.